Alright guys, so this is my review for joey19990. I've already got a little bit far in this game. I just beat the first enemy, so as I recorded for about 10.5 minutes, and I have to stop at 10 minutes or because I can't edit my videos right now, so I'm just lazy. So I beat the first boss, and now we're going to the second level. I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about this game and my history with it. It is one of my top probably 10 favorite games ever. Top 5 favorite games played as a kid. If not, maybe my top 3. But basically, when I was about 8 or 9, I broke my arm. And when I broke my arm, that's when I really I had a good few days off, right, where I could play some video games for school. Now, I don't remember if I got this game right when I broke my arm because I broke my arm and needed a game to play, or because, or if I just had this game already and then, broke my arm. But I had this game pretty much right when I broke my arm, and because I broke my arm, my mother went out and got me an NES Advantage, which you hear me play with them in my videos because it's the only controller I use. I don't like using the other controllers, like the NES Advantage. It's the best. Well, with my broken arm, I couldn't really push the buttons on a controller anyway, so the joystick on the NES Advantage worked out terrific. I got the game from a friend named Lawrence, and when we were young, that's how you got games. You sold them, you traded them, and bought them through the neighborhood usually. You'd go up to somebody, and if they wanted the game, you'd go ask their parents. They'd ask their parents if they'd buy it for them, and then you sold them the game for 10, 15, 20 bucks, whatever it was worth, and then you got a little bit more money to buy a new game. So I got this game from a buddy named Lawrence, and I thoroughly played it as a kid. I sat there, the days off that I had from school right when I broke my arm, and just played the crap out of this game. Memorized every level and whatnot, and that's one of the reasons why I don't think it's a hard game. I mean, I understand it is a hard game for different reasons, if you really didn't know what you were expecting, but for me, having played it as a kid, it was a lot easier to nowadays to go back and say, well, I remember all this stuff. And I did beat it as a kid, eventually. I don't know if it was in that first week or so, it probably wasn't, but all I know is it's very hard, and it still is a very hard game. You only have a limited number of lives, it continues and whatnot, so you really don't want to die too much at the beginning. And if you die in the first level at all before the first boss, you want to reset it and start over if you plan on beating it, because you probably will use up all your continues. I still usually use up my continues while I'm on the 6th level or so. Because there's some levels where if you get fed up at all in the game, or you lose any patience whatsoever, and you start dying a lot, it's game over. So you cannot lose your patience in this game. And you'll go down a lot of rooms like I just did there. Let's see, I don't remember that room at all. But what that room did was just give me a couple of missiles, so there was pretty much no point in going there. So if you know the path through the game and what doors to go in and things, it could be a lot easier. But, I see a lot of people, they say the game's really hard, but that's just for that reason, because there is a lot of exploring. And once you get to this second level here, that's when the game really opens up, and there's a lot of traveling between the levels. This level and level 4 are two of the most confusing, as level 4 is a sewer system, and you kind of got to go around it and find your way through it. And this level, the same. It all looks the same, so when you go through it, it's kind of hard sometimes to remember where you're going, even if you have played it a lot. And then as you acquire the different power-ups throughout the game, you can start going to more places and whatnot throughout the level. So you might get like a jet one time or wall climbs, and then you can use those to reach certain areas and to progress through the game. So if any of you haven't played this game, or any of you are looking for NES games to play, I know some people ask me sometimes, what are good NES games? I just got an NES, I haven't played any. Well, this game is definitely one of the games you want to check out. Blaster Master. see, like, this room isn't going to go anywhere. There's just going to be power-ups in here and things flying around. And see that H there, that's going to increase, like, once you get, like, your hover abilities, you have to start collecting more items to charge your stuff. You slowly fill up all these spaces, like hovercraft, wall climbs, for different things for your wheels. You know, you get, like, underwater jets, propellers, so you could cruise around underwater. And that's one of my favorite stages, this level 5, I believe it is. It's the underwater stage. I mean, it's just so it's one of the coolest underwater stages that I have played in any video game. And sometimes I just play this game just to get to that underwater stage and just fool around in it and just hang out there, you know. So yeah, so for me, this is, you know, one of my top games of all times. I mean, childhood favorites, and you know, sometimes I just like to pop it in and go play it. So I was kind of really looking forward to do this review and why I did it first. So. Alright guys, well thanks, I'm going to end it here, and yeah, if any of you guys are playing this and kind of lost, don't come to me for answers, because I couldn't tell you unless I was playing myself. But well, thanks for watching guys, and thanks for the video request, joey19990. By the way, this is the right way to go in this level. Alright guys, I got more reviews coming up next. See ya.